So Hero's Work is a game that you play alongside your daily work routine. So you're the hero and your work is the quests. And you can sort of customize it whichever way you want to really make it suit your life. But I have sort of provided a character sheet that you can use as a prompt or as just to the only thing that you're going to use. But if you're feeling creative and you want to add more features, you want to make your own character sheet, like go ahead. I'm going to do another video later to just talk a little bit about what else you could be doing. But for now, let me just take you through the character sheet. So I'd say fill out the character sheet on a laptop or a computer because that just makes it a bit easier. But later on, you can just chuck it on your phone and just play it as you go while ticking boxes on your phone. So you can see on the character sheet, the first thing you need to do is find the character name. And you can do something really silly and over the top, like I'm totally going to go for Sara, the bedpan slayer. But you can also just use your own name if you're feeling less silly. Up to you. And then next is the quests. So you can see that there's 3 different kinds of quests. The first one I've called the novice quests. So they are little tasks, quite easy things. So for me as a carer in domiciliary care, they would have been something like make your service user a cup of tea. Nice and easy. You do it hundreds of times. So just put it in and you earn 5 experience points for it, or XP. So if you've got tasks that you do several times in a day, you can put them in several times, but it's up to you how many times you want to put it in and how many different tasks you want to put in. One thing I would say though is, because every day is different and you might have tasks that you don't do every day but that keep occurring every week maybe. So put a few of these tasks as other. So you can just tick them and then earn XP for them, but you don't have to be specific on what exactly those have to be. Next, you've got the expert quests. So those ones would be a little bit harder. You earn 10 XP for them. So have a think, what do you do that's not massively difficult, but just something that's a little bit harder, or maybe just something that you just don't quite enjoy doing so much, so it's harder for you personally. So for me as a carer, that would be maybe something like changing a pad, helping someone with personal hygiene who maybe needs manual handling equipment. Something like that, that's just a little bit more complicated and that you think you deserve 10 XP for. Again, leave a couple of them as other, because you might encounter unknown situations or just things that you don't do quite as regularly, and you really deserve those XP for that, don't you? Finally, there are the boss fights. Now these are really hard tasks, or things that you just really can't stand doing. So for me as a carer, in domiciliary care, that would have been having to drive through Cardiff in the middle of rush hour with only 5 minutes scheduled in for driving time because the calls are unrealistically close together, and I get really stressed because I know I'm running late and I'm letting my service users down. So those for me would have been boss fights. Like trying to get through there definitely would earn you 25 nice XP points. Leave at least one of those boss fights as other, I would say, because some days you might just encounter a sort of stressful situation that might not usually be stressful, but because of other things going on, it just creates this big mess of a day. And sometimes you just have these sudden unexpected boss fights in your life, and you should reward yourself for them if you make it through them. Once you've completed your quests, you can see that at the bottom there's one more section saying boosts. Now, you know, in video games, you kind of can get boosts by using special items or drinking potions. I would say real life is similar in a way, at least on the potion side. Like if you have a nice cup of coffee, you are going to be more productive afterwards. So these boosts are for self-care. So you can put in any kind of things that make the day nicer for you, that sort of make you feel better, that make you a better carer, better doctor, better nurse. So things like a break with a cup of tea, a chat with your favorite colleague, just going outside, soak up a bit of sun or just fresh air. Whatever it is that helps you get through the day, those are your boosts. And for every boost you do during the day, you get a 10% increase on your total XP of the day. So you can get up to 30% more XP if you take care of yourself, because self-care is important.